Hi, I'm Professor Silviana Amethyst, and I'm really looking forward to teaching you Calculus 1 in spring of 2022. Thank you so much for signing up for my class or just checking out my content on YouTube and on the internet. I'd ask that you please call me Professor Amethyst, Dr. Amethyst, or simply Professor, and my pronouns are she and her. And once again, I am so glad to be here with you at UW Eau Claire this spring. I want you to know going into this semester that I'm committed to your success no matter what. I've got your back, and I really want you to succeed and triumph in calculus, master those skills of limits and derivatives, integration, understanding the formal language of change. That really is the core of calculus. It's a descriptive language for describing the way that the world is changing around us, from physical phenomena like the average temperature of the globe, all the way down to economics and all sorts of other applications in the world of biology. And so I'm just so happy to get to do this with you. I trust that you're bringing, along with my commitment to your success, a growth mindset, a positive attitude, and dedication. I want to tell you a little bit about the structure of our semester. We're going to have about 14 weeks of content, 7 and 7, with a week of spring break in the middle. And it's going to be broken up into 4 blocks. 1, limits. 2, derivatives. 3, applications of derivatives. And 4, integration. Our first topic will be limits. That is, understanding the behavior of functions around points of interest as far as what their values are doing. We study limits first because they're the fundamental tool that we use to define the 2 other major concepts that we're going to talk about in Calculus 1, derivatives, or how fast something is changing, and integration, or how something is accumulating, how change is accumulating in a phenomenon. So we're going to spend our first 4 weeks on limits, and then we'll start moving into derivatives. I'm choosing to do limits a little fast, so expect to just jump right into the class. And I'm doing that so that we can spend more time on integration later. I really want you to gain those critical foundational integration skills so you can be successful in future ventures that depend on that skill. I am planning on having us work on homework and an activity during the first week of class, so come ready to just jump right into calculus. Our week is going to be structured pretty regularly with some deviations through the semester as necessary. Generally speaking, I'll host instruction and discussion 3 days out of our 4-day week. It's going to be a 4-day week class, meeting on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So I'll lead instruction and discussion 3 of those days, and that 4th day will generally be an activity day, though if we're in a week that has a test, the activity will be replaced with a test. Activities will generally be on Fridays, and that means that tests will generally be on Fridays also. Mondays are going to be our quiz day, mostly with a few deviations, and that's so that you have a weekend to study and prep for the quiz and feel really ready and start off with a little checkpoint to make sure that you're on track for progress. The more that we quiz, the more you'll know how you're doing, and I think the better that you'll gain mastery in the skills coming from the class. I do have a detailed schedule available on Canvas right now for you if you want to see what's happening on any day during the entire semester of the course. Let's talk a little bit about the technology that we're going to use for Calculus 1 this semester. I strongly suggest the use of a TI, Texas Instruments calculator, particularly a TI-84 like I'm holding up right here. So this is a TI-84 Plus It's a great calculator. You can get them used on eBay. You can also get new ones that have color and are much faster. The brand new TI-84CE with Python is an excellent calculator. It's really fast, and there's lots of programming you can do in it too. It's a really cool calculator. So any of the 84s are going to fit really well with this class, and that's because I'm going to teach you how to use the TI-84 throughout the class. I'll, spend a lot of time when I'm teaching being like, okay, now here's how we can see this on a calculator. Because the more ways that we approach understanding concepts and solving problems, the better mathematicians that we're all going to be. And rest assured, you are a mathematician. So if you have a graphing calculator that's not a TI-84, no problem whatsoever. I'll still do my best to help support you in it. It's just that I'm most familiar with this particular line of calculators, and that's what I'll use to demonstrate during class. I have chosen to use an online homework system this semester, spring 2022. In particular, I've chosen to use the WebWork tool. It's an online homework system where I get to program problems that I want you to work on, and I can give you either a fixed number of attempts or an infinite number of attempts depending on what my goals are for that particular content. I like it because it's free for you, and I can edit and improve that content over time. In particular, I have a library of about 130 videos on my YouTube channel, and I really want to start integrating the problems that you do with the content that supports you doing those problems, and me using WebWork as a piece of that. So there's no need to buy access to any online course or anything like that. WebWork is free, and we'll work on getting you started with that right away once we start coming during the first week of class. We are going to use a textbook this semester. It's the Rogoski Calculus 1 book, Single Variable Calculus. I really like this textbook. This textbook has really great explanations, tons of good conceptual problems, and really great dialogue and graphs and things like that. So expect me to assign practice problems from the book so that you can really rely on the textbook as a great resource to learn. Of course, there are tons of resources, including my videos that I've made, online resources, coming to class, talking with friends, going to the math lab, which exists as a free tutoring service on campus, and working with your peers. Math is best done as a group activity. So if you're doing math by yourself all the time, I think you should try bringing someone else into your mathematical world. Work together. I will also be providing fillable notes to supplement my instruction, and that I will teach off of. And so I'll provide these. You print them yourself and bring them to class if you want to write on them. And you can also, of course, download them and write on them in your tablet device if you prefer that mode. And the reason that I'm doing fillable notes is so that you can spend less time transcribing problems or making axes and things like that, and more time understanding concepts, reasoning, and engaging with solution techniques. I want you to know that you have my utter support as my student in Calculus 1 this semester. I'm going to do my best to provide you tons of resources for learning, resources for wellness, and resources for success in my class. As we draw close to the start of the semester, please check Canvas, our online learning system at UW Eau Claire, for more information, including a daily schedule and the syllabus for the class, which contains all sorts of information about resources, processes, policies, and other things like that. Our first day of class will be Monday, January 31st at 10 a.m. in the Hibbard Building. I am so looking forward to meeting you, getting to learn your name, and really hopefully becoming an excellent resource for you on your journey in mathematics. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.